We've been seeing a lot of Proctor lately, haven't we? And after the hearing yesterday where Proctor and ADA Adam Lawley was supposed to be testifying and they did not, I have additional questions. Now, I'm going to break this up in a part 1 for Proctor and then part 2 for Lawley. And as usual, we are here together. You are here with me, and we are. It is Wednesday, August 6th of 2025. I am Lady Zelda. Thank you so much for being here. Please do me a favor and do me a favor. When you like the video, let me know if it does a little boop or whatever it is, lights up. YouTube is rolling that out, and it would be a lot of fun to see if you're experiencing that. So thank you so much. I have several cards out here, several decks. I want to ask questions about Proctor, and I don't want to formulate it so we're just focused on one thing, because quite frankly, he's just not focused on one thing. I want to see where the guides take us. I want to see where the information takes us. I have the Kipper, House of Zelda, What Lies Beneath, the Gypsy Witch, and a Cartomancy deck you probably haven't seen before, but it's part of the Royals, and I really like this deck. So we're going to ask where we need to start. So I'm going to put everybody to the side, and of course I have my enchanted bracelet here. With the key out, we're asking for key information. Key things that we can look into. Now, I have pre-shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle again in front of you because we just don't know what's going to come out. So, we are asking for information about former Trooper Proctor, Michael Proctor. Give us insight. This one came out first. Law enforcement. You know, it never ceases to amaze me. Law enforcement, yeah, hello. Then this one came out. Oh my gosh. You know what? We could just stop there. But why would we? So, okay, we're going to put these to the side. We got a really good foundation here. So, law enforcement, haunted by the past. You saw me shuffling. I mean, there's no way I could pick these out. I'm not that talented, believe me. The next 30 days are important. I love this card. Because the reason I made this art, and in the cards I have designed all the art, had a little help putting it together, but I have designed it all. The reason I chose the art for this particular card is because day and night, 365, 24/7, 30 days are so important. And you see, these are expressionless. The moon is expressionless, and the sun. So there's no bias there. You see that card? There's no bias. There's no predetermined bias. Haunted by the past. The reason I basically chose to make this art is because sometimes we have to turn the light on to understand things. We have here, but sometimes it's overhead we're looking for. And emerging from this dark, colorless, and coming into muted tones can really mean something. It can mean that they're in a dream state. It can really mean anything. So there's a lot of depth in this card. The reason I chose this This detective has lowered his eyes, not making eye contact. And the reason is because, like this, I want him to be expressionless, knowing that there's no predetermined anything going on. And thank you, Shaggy, for this. But he has a presence, doesn't he? With his little castle in the background. All right, let's get started. I just wanted to explain that so you know that in the House of Zelda cards, it's more than cards. It's more than artwork. This is my design. This is from me, set with my intentions. And each card has so many layers. But now we have this defined as, he still defines himself as law enforcement, haunted by the past 30 days. Okay, so he's coming back, and I believe they're coming right back after Mercury retrograde ends. So he's going to be in a shadow period. It's going to be very interesting. Let's ask the what lies beneath cards. Let's just see what is added to this. What is added to this? So all of these cards go on the floor. And the reason, look, caught. Finding evidence, getting caught. Here are the first cards that I'm seeing. Look at this. Burning evidence. So we know he manipulated evidence. The police, and there's some envy there. Now I'm going to put these to the side, and I give me a moment. I have to pick these cards up. And as I looked at them, this card was on top. Destroyed, shattered. Basically, hello, it's the whole bloody deck. Right? But we're going to leave that pile out here because it means something that would not have fallen if it didn't. Now, there are cards underneath this. We're just going to check. Betrayal, backstab, fake apology. That was for Karen. Situation is about to explode, and the shite is about to pop up in flames, and setting the record straight. Here's why all of this is happening, and all of these cards. The emotion with him is so off the rail. It is crazy. And he is anticipating, as many things, he is anticipating, he's living in a delusional world. He's delulu, as they say. I want you to know this. Some of you are going to say to me, but Zelda, he looked pretty confident. He didn't look like he was haunted. I'm going to say this. He's an actor. If he weren't an actor, he wouldn't be in so much trouble the way he is. So we're asking more. So we're getting a very good foundation. Finding evidence, he's getting caught, he's cheated, deceit, backstab, betrayal. The bottom line is the guy's lazy and didn't do his job. He had a predetermination of who, in these cases, he felt. And just like with Karen, in the case of Miles King, whether he is guilty or not, we all know, we all see what the evidence is. However, he didn't do his job. He didn't interview witnesses. He only interviewed witnesses that he felt would help the prosecution. It is supposed to be an unbiased job. Law enforcement is to enforce the law, but also to determine if someone has broken the law. And then they go to the DOJ or they go to the prosecutor's office and they present the evidence, and it's that time that they decide whether to indict, bring charges or not. Lolly brought charges on a half-butted, file. They picked and chose. They saw what they wanted to see, and they decided they were just going to go ahead and do what they normally do. A gift. All right. Family room. Here we go with the family room. A journey. Yeah, this whole thing is a brand new trip for him. Message of concern. All right. So this is telling us that this is the gift that keeps giving. We're going to be finding out more within the next 30 days. And this is going to continue on now through September and October. I'm going to lay out some more cards, but I'm also going to tell you where I feel this is heading based on where I'm seeing. And this is for Proctor, even though Lolly is connected. That was Lolly's boy. Look at this. The tower denotes sickness. Of course, the case is sick. 2 10s, 20. Why is August 20th? Why is August 20th significant? This card here is all about extraordinary honors, extraordinary fame. Proctor believes he's getting his job back. Why is the 20th? What's going on with the 20th of August? I don't think he... Look at this. Look at this, my darlings. Card number 20. The 7... Okay, so by the end of this month, 27th will be significant. The 20th will be significant. And look, a number 7. Okay, so it's pointing out to us that. And these lilies are all about happiness to a certain degree, but they can also cast sorrow, and cast sorrow over a family. It used to be in times past that the lilies were given for a funeral. So no one is going to pass, but what I do see is it's going to be an abrupt end, career-wise, for Proctor. He thinks he's going to get his job back. See, and there are too many. Okay, so what this means also, it indicates immorality. The colonel, the new colonel, is going to see this. In this particular case, the court of public opinion means a lot. And I can almost guess that that colonel is getting in a lot of letters, phone calls. Don't you give this guy his job back. We don't want this. They're going to cause an uprising if, in fact, in my opinion, this happens. This is something that should not take place. The immorality is actually very true. Now, this 8 card, and number 32, the 8th card in 5 is grace. I think they're going to give him some grace. However, now, could it be a probationary period? I don't know, but I'm going to say this. Proctor is costing a lot of the state a lot of money, because they're going to start bringing cases back around that Proctor, regardless if he is reinstated or not. They can't take a chance on him making a mistake again. And the fact that he went on and made a complete Mickey of himself and did an interview and basically counterpunched everything that has been said. All right, so we're going to get into this, the Cartomancy, and welcome this deck. I love this deck. I'm sorry, on the bottom of the deck we have another 10. So look at this. The next 30 days are important. My darlings, there's no coincidence. These things just don't happen. The next 30 days are very important. What is this about this? Oops, let me put him right here. What is this about this Ace of Spades? First of all, this is a timing card. And winter. Now, was Proctor fired or released in the winter? Maybe. I can't remember. But it doesn't matter. Because all of this started this past winter. There were significant things that will be coming out as well. Well, winter time. That's when John, of course, lost his life. So that's when this started, not when this ended. But this is also a very abrupt card. It can actually denote jail. Now, I don't believe that Proctor's going to go to jail. Not yet, anyway. Does he belong there? Yeah, in my opinion. But this is a card of... This is equal to the death card in my reading. It's equal to the death card in the tarot. It is an abrupt end. It is basically over, meaning that there has to be a forced new beginning, that he has no choice. Obviously, if his career ends, he has no choice. I think he's got people around him saying, yeah, you're going to get it back. Yeah, I know you're going to get it back. I think his lawyer is even saying that too, but you know, I'm going to tell you, I don't think. Based on this is a card of being marked. He's marked. And he's also the laughing stock. So we have the next 30 days here. The family room. Did he go inside the house of 34 Fairview? Did he look around, or did he just go there to talk to his buddy, Jennifer McCabe, who I believe also is being haunted right now, but by other things? Let's get a couple more cards here. The King of Hearts. This is a man of authority, but that also takes in consideration domestic, can take into so it is someone who cares very deeply about the outcome of this with Proctor. Who could this be? It could be anyone in authority, and it could be somebody on the board. Let me get a final message from the House of Zelda. So I believe we got our key here. The key is within the next 20 days, or the 20th actually is going to be significant. The 27th will be something. Don't know. We may not know it up front. Yeah, there is another pathway ahead. So Proctor is going to be led down a particular road. Yes, it's something to sit in front of a board and say, well, this one did this and you didn't fire him, and this one did this. The reality of it is, it's the hearing is not on everyone else and what they have done. The hearing is on Proctor. Will they set an example? I sort of kind of believe they will, because a lot of things happened when Colonel Noble was not in that position. I think he will get a lot of flack if he does something that is not going to be looked at as healthy for the department. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. We're going to be asking about Lolly tomorrow. This is going to be very interesting. Thank you so much for being here. That's all for today, my darlings. And let me know. But even though, and I get concerned about this, if things go on the way they do right now, I'm going to say he will not get his job back. It would take something stepping in order, something curable, something that heals, to step in for him to get his job back. I don't see the Colonel doing that. But hey, I've been wrong before, but it really, really shows me that this looks like curtains for him. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.